Did you know that if you use just a few small pieces of wood, you can build something that looks professional and beautiful? That's right. Those little offcuts and scrap pieces that might seem like they redestined for the bin can actually be transformed into amazing creations for your home. It's a wonderful way to start a new hobby, and I'm here to show you just how easy and rewarding it can be. So what exactly are small woodworking projects? Think of them as bite-sized introductions to the world of woodworking. They are simple, manageable builds that don't require a giant workshop or years of experience. They're perfect for beginners because they let you learn the fundamental skills like measuring, cutting, and finishing without feeling overwhelmed. The beauty of these projects is watching a few simple pieces of wood come together to form something genuinely useful and lovely. Imagine turning a scrap of oak into a sleek phone stand, or a few pieces of pine into a rustic shelf that brightens up your wall. That's the magic we're talking about today. It is about seeing the potential in every piece of wood and gaining the confidence to bring your ideas to life, one small project at a time. Getting started is much simpler than you might think, and you don't need a workshop full of expensive tools. For most small projects, you'll just need a few essentials. First, a reliable way to measure and mark your wood is crucial. A simple tape measure and a good pencil are your best friends here. A combination square is also incredibly helpful for making sure your lines are perfectly straight and your cuts are at a perfect 90-degree angle. Next, you'll need something to cut the wood. A basic handsaw like a Japanese pole saw or a simple tenon saw is a fantastic starting point. They give you great control and are very affordable. For materials, you can start with softwoods like pine or poplar, which are inexpensive and easy to work with. You can find small boards at any home improvement store, or even better, look for offcut bins at local lumber yards where you can get beautiful pieces of hardwood for a fraction of the cost. And of course, you will need some wood glue to join your pieces together and a few clamps to hold them tightly while the glue dries. Sandpaper is another must-have for smoothing everything out and giving your project that professional, touchable finish. That's really it. A few basic tools, a bit of wood, and you're ready to start building. Now, let's walk through the basic steps of how these small projects come together. It all starts with a plan. You don't need a complicated blueprint. A simple sketch on a piece of paper with your measurements is perfectly fine. This is your roadmap. Once you have your plan, the next step is to carefully measure and mark your wood according to your sketch. Remember the old saying, measure twice, cut once. It's a lifesaver. After marking, it's time to make your cuts. Take your time, follow your lines, and focus on making straight, clean cuts. It's not a race, and a steady hand will give you much better results. Once all your pieces are cut to size, you'll want to do a dry fit. This just means assembling your project without any glue to make sure everything fits together perfectly. If you need to make any small adjustments, now is the time. After you're happy with the fit, it's time for glue. Apply a thin, even layer of wood glue to the surfaces you're joining, then press them together and secure them with clamps. The clamps apply pressure, ensuring a strong, tight bond as the glue dries. After the glue has fully cured, usually overnight, you can remove the clamps and move on to the final and perhaps most satisfying step, finishing. This involves sanding everything smooth, starting with a coarser grit sandpaper and moving to a finer grit. Sanding removes any rough edges and makes the wood feel silky to the touch. Finally, you can apply a finish like oil, wax, or varnish to protect the wood and bring out its natural beauty. And just like that, you've taken a few small pieces of wood and created something wonderful with your own two hands. As with any new skill, you're bound to make a few mistakes along the way, and that's completely okay. It's all part of the learning process. One of the most common mistakes beginners make is not measuring carefully. Rushing this step can lead to pieces that don't fit together properly. So always take your time and double-check your measurements. Another common pitfall is not sanding enough. It might seem tedious, but proper sanding makes a huge difference in the final look and feel of your project. A piece that isn't sanded well will look and feel unfinished, no matter how well it's built. A great tip for sanding is to wipe the wood with a damp cloth after your final sanding. This raises the grain of the wood, and one last light sanding will leave it incredibly smooth. When working with small pieces, it's also easy to use too much glue. A little goes a long way, and excess glue that squeezes out can be tricky to clean up and can interfere with your finish. Use a small brush to apply a thin, even coat and wipe away any squeeze out with a damp cloth before it dries. And here's a smart tip for working with small pieces. Use a bench hook or a small vise to hold your wood securely while you cut or sand. It's much safer and will give you more accurate results than trying to hold a tiny piece of wood with your hand. Remember, every mistake is a lesson learned, so don't be discouraged. Let's talk about some of the amazing projects you can create. The possibilities are truly endless. You could start with something simple, like a set of wooden coasters or a small, elegant phone holder for your desk. These are quick to make and instantly useful. How about a beautiful wall shelf to display a favorite plant or a few cherished books? You can build a simple floating shelf or a more intricate geometric design. Small boxes are another fantastic project. You can make a lovely jewelry box, a recipe card box for the kitchen, or a simple organizer for your desk supplies. A small plant stand is a wonderful way to elevate your favorite houseplant and add a touch of handmade charm to your home. You can also build organizers for just about anything, a mail sorter for your entryway, a remote control caddy for the living room, or even a charging station for all your devices. These small projects aren't just for practice. They are functional, beautiful items that you'll be proud to use and display every single day. One of the best things about small woodworking projects is that they can actually save you money while improving your home. Think about how much you might spend on a custom shelf or a unique wooden organizer from a store. By making it yourself, you not only save money, but you also get to create something that is perfectly tailored to your space and your style. You can choose the exact type of wood, the dimensions, and the finish to match your decor perfectly. This is a level of customization that you simply can't buy off the shelf. Over time, as you create more and more items for your home, you'll see a real difference. Your space will be filled with personal, handmade touches that tell a story. It's a deeply satisfying feeling to look around your home and see beautiful, functional items that you created yourself. It's a powerful way to make your house truly feel like a home. What starts as a way to use up some scrap wood can easily blossom into a fulfilling hobby or even a small side business. Once you get comfortable with the basics, you'll find yourself looking for new challenges and new projects to tackle. Woodworking is an incredibly mindful and relaxing activity. The focus it requires can be a wonderful escape from the stresses of daily life. If you find that you have a real passion for it, you could consider selling your creations. You could start small, perhaps at a local craft market or on a platform like Etsy. People love to buy unique, handmade items, and the small projects we've talked about, like beautiful boxes, elegant plant stands, and custom organizers, are always popular. It can be a fantastic way to earn a little extra income doing something you genuinely love. Whether it remains a personal hobby or grows into something more, woodworking offers a path to creativity, satisfaction, and continuous learning. I hope you're feeling inspired and excited to start your own woodworking journey. It all begins with that first cut. Don't worry about making it perfect. Just embrace the process of learning and creating. Find a small piece of wood, grab a few basic tools, and make something. It could be a simple coaster, a tiny box, or a little shelf. Whatever it is, it will be yours, and the feeling of accomplishment you'll get from building it is something truly special. You have the ability to turn simple materials into things of beauty and function. All you have to do is start. If you could build one small woodworking project today, what would it be? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more woodworking ideas.